What's going on? Dylan Conrad, Metabolic AF. Today I'm going to talk to you about strength training makes you gain weight. Before I get into that, if you're watching on YouTube, please like, subscribe, turn notifications on Spotify, iTunes. Hit that bell button, leave a review. It helps the algo. YouTube is building right now, which is cool. So that's good to see. Hello, new subscribers. What up? And sorry about my pink nails. I literally cannot get the nail polish off. Anyways, I'm taking a break from working / watching Serbia versus United States in the basketball. I think it's like prelims versus before Olympics. Yeah, it's prelims. And yeah, it's just great. It's really interesting to watch other countries and how they play and how they communicate. But I know my audience, you guys aren't probably into basketball. I'm not going to go on a rant on that. But strength training, why does it make you gain weight? Okay, so let's first talk about the difference between weight that's like fat and weight that's just scale weight, right? Your scale weight is not just going to consist of your body fat, it's going to consist of glycogen, water, muscle, inflammation. There's a lot of different things, food residue. There's a lot of different things that will contribute to the scale going up. And now, if you're a woman, you're like, oh, I've strength trained before and I got big and bulky and I just stopped, which is it used to be a lot more popular. I'd hear this in the beginning of my career. That myth's been pretty slammed. I think women are into strength training now, but this does still come up with a lot of my clients. So I want to talk you through what's happening and what to do, because the scale does go up and your weight will go up when you do start strength training. This is very, very normal. Very normal. The good news is this goes away in 6 weeks. Right? So if you're first starting a training program, if you haven't trained in a while, or if you're just brand new training program, you're your ass kicked with it, you're going to, resistance training, obviously I'm talking about weightlifting here, you're going to have water, glycogen, inflammation. Those are the three things that are going to increase your scale weight. Now your body fat, as long as you're on a calorie deficit, depending on where your metabolism is, on obviously specific women to women, your fat should be going down if you are in a calorie deficit. But what's kind of happening there is when you do resistance training, I'm not talking about your resistance training you just doing 2 or 5 pound dumbbells 10 anything that you feel you're I could probably done 5 more reps after your last rep, you're probably not using heavy enough weights. So you need to make sure you're actually doing traditional strength training and not you'll see in a class, which is more aerobics. Which is fine. Everyone need aerobic activity, and obviously it's a continuum in terms of strength training and cardio and all that stuff. But this type you see in your class is more aerobic. You're lifting weight for a long period of time. There's not a lot of rest periods. It's more endurance. Traditional, I'm talking about 5 to 15 repetitions, leaving maybe maximum 1 or 2 reps in reserve. Which is basically you get to the end of your set and you feel oh, maybe I could have done 1 or 2 more. That's the max you should be working at. Now I can really go into strength training design. I just made a reel on strength training for your menstrual cycle. I made a couple of them actually, and how it is very important for gaining strength, gaining muscle. Now it's not really going to have a direct effect on your fat loss. Sure, it will boost up your metabolism a little bit. In the long run, when you build muscle over 3 pounds, you know how long it takes to build 3 pounds of muscle for a woman. That's even if you're eating, you're really eating big, trying to put on muscle, and you're an advanced lifter, it takes 3 pounds. 3 pounds is a year of pure tissue. Men, it's 5, but after that first year, if you're hitting 3 pounds, it's 2, 1. It's pretty hard to build muscle. Fat loss takes a very short time, right? So kind of getting back to what I'm saying, if you're beginning a strength training program or whatever, you're new to fat loss and you're doing strength training, just kind of know that the progress won't be as fast the first 6 weeks. By that time, when the everything kind of resets and gets adapted, you should be fine and really see the scale. But the first 6 weeks you won't see it. You'll see a big recomp, in terms of your pictures, your before and afters will look pretty dramatic at weeks 2, 4, and 6. So that's why it's important to take those weekly. That's why we have our clients do it weekly, because we know this effect this first 6 weeks is going to be the case. So if you need a training program, you're really not sure where to start, DM me on Instagram at Dylan A. Conrad. DM me strength. and I'll send you my 7-day at-home body weight strength training program. It's a good place to start. Now, obviously, over time, you definitely want to increase, the complexity of it, either how hard it is or how often you're doing it, or whatever, some sort of variable you want to increase over time. Maybe get some dumbbells eventually incorporated, stuff like that. So, but if you're beginning, or if you're pretty advanced and you haven't worked out for a while, the body weight's great. And if you can get creative enough with body weight, you can really see a big stimuli. Anyways, love you. Hope this helps, and don't stop strength training and resistance training, because it is really good for your body and is good for indirectly for fat loss and obviously for body composition. But don't worry about the scale for like the first 6 weeks of your program until the inflammation glycogen subsides. All right, love you. Bye.